Hey everyone, this is Jeff back here at Patrick's Project Bench. Let's try and wrap up this B&K tube tester calibration. A lot of problems. Most of it went smoothly, but that one, the signal voltage adjustment needed to be 1.5 volts AC, and I just couldn't get it. So then I had to, it ended up being, it wasn't a resistor. I checked the resistors underneath. One was only reading 8 instead of 16. I mean 4 ohms instead of 16 ohms. But as soon as I pulled one leg off and measured it, that was okay. So then I poked around a little bit more and I found out one of those 2 bulbs underneath was open, blown out. So I ordered some new GE number 55s and put those in. And that dropped the voltage all the way down from anywhere between 0.4 and 1.01. So those didn't work. So then I did some more research, and they have to be replaced with a new old stock number 55 bulb. Something's different internally. I don't know what, because I had to order those in, and I just got those yesterday. And I put a bunch of them, of the new 55s and then the new old stock 55s. They all seem to read about 1.6 ohms. So I don't know what the difference could be, but so I put the new old stock ones in the tester, and now everything calibrated just fine. So if anybody out there would leave a comment on what they know, why that would be when the ohms rating is the same. The new ones I ordered were brass base because people said stay away from the nickel. That didn't seem to matter. New is new, and the new old stock, it works, and I have no idea why. So if you could share what you know, that would be awesome. I always want to learn from you people. Anything I can from anybody. So we'll swing over now, and we'll just do a couple of tubes quick and show you both parts of the board this time. So be right back. Okay, here we are back. Let's test some tubes here. Here is an AT7, a 12 AT7, which is this right here. So we're gonna set our heater 12, and it says to set the sensitivity at 74. Let's see if this is in focus for you guys. That's a little better. I can't get that glare off of that meter. I don't know where that's. Right here. Maybe I'll be able to hold something up here. Okay, we got our knob set, and let's put the tube in. Let that warm up for just a second. Yeah, I see it glowing in there. I wonder how bad this would look if I turned the big light off. Yeah, I think you can still see on both cameras. Much better on the overhead here. And let's see, I'll get that short in there too. Here's for the shorts are right here. Okay, let's try and hit that first. And there are no shorts in that tube. Yeah, the reason these have 2 numbers, and I think it's on all the tubes that are 12s or double-digit ones. I'm not sure yet. No, I see a 5Y3 and some 6s that have 2 numbers. Anyway, when it has 2 numbers next to the rating on the panel here, there's these lists of numbers. See, these are all 6. These are the sensitivity ones. On the 12 AT7, it's got 2 listed. And they're both 74, but it's a 2-piece tube. So 2 triodes are in there, or 2 diodes. I'm not sure what the AU7 or AT7 is. I think it's 2 triodes. So I did the shorts, nothing there. And then this upper panel over here, we're using that right now, and there's a light on the board here that shows the upper half of the board. So shorts button, nothing there, nothing came on here. And then the grid emission, we're looking for it to stay in the green or at 0, and it is not moving. And then test 1, test the first half of the tube, and that's reading about 71-ish. And test 2, test the other half of the tube, and that's about 72. And then we can hit it's a momentary switch over here for the life test. So that's good. It went up, didn't go down. Slowly going down now. It looks like it's bottoming out pretty much where it was reading. And then test 1. Probably went too quick. It's creeping up slow. There's the 71 and the life test on that. That's looking good too. So it's looking like an okay tube. It's not, we'd like to see it up 90 to 100, I guess, from my understanding. Okay, we will pull that tube out, and that's how the rest of these work on all of them on this tube tester. It's quick because it has your tubes listed here, and the 6 is just the voltage coming in for the heaters, or the 12, or the 5, or the 22. Those are just what it needs to supply its heaters. And then the second number off to the right is your sensitivity that you set it to. Okay, so then now we're going to go to the lower half of the panel here. And in order to get to these and use that, you have to press in this test circuit transfer switch, it's called, and you got to press it in. It has a detent. You're going to press to the left. And now it holds it down, and now this little light went out, and this one came on, letting you know that it's locked into the lower phase, the lower side of the board here. And the reason I'm moving down there is just to show you, see if I can, it's not really showing up there. Let me see how it looks here if we do this. It's a 6H6, a very little squat tube. What is that? It's a 7-pin. And that one needs to be tested on the bottom of the board. And so the bottom of the board doesn't have any labeling like the upper one does. So you have to look it up in this flip chart that comes with the tester. And we are looking at the 6H6 right here. And we are going to set up everything according to what it says here. So for the 6H6, it is 6.3 volts for the heaters, and tube socket 38, that's where it's going to go. Sensitivity level is 48. Oh, make sure that you always set your sensitivity to what the tube is or to 0 before you just plug in a tube, because if you had this at 100 and plug this in and it only needs 48, you could damage the tube. Well, that looks pretty close to 48 there. And oh, and then for down here we have if you look on the top here, here's your A, B, C, D, and those are, this row of switches go from 1 through 12. And you just match that up with what it says. So A, I think I might have this already set up here. So let me 6H. A is number 7. Yep, I have number 7. B is number 2. Yep, that's correct. C is number 1, correct. And D is number 3, correct. And we are only going to use test position 1. So this is ready to plug in to 38. Okay. And we'll check for shorts. No light came on there. Grid emission. Looks great. Test 1. Okay, well, it made it up to good. That was slow. I'm not sure how fast, if it's supposed to spring up there or if that's okay if it goes slow. It's coming in. It looks like it's going to make it to 80. And let's just see what the life test does. Okay, I dropped down to about 71, but it's holding. So it's okay tube, I guess. It's not great. It's kind of rockabouts. Boy, that's a tough one. Oh, maybe I pushed it in too far. Okay, so there we have it. The new old stock bulbs apparently were the correct fix. And everything calibrated out good. And we showed you how to do a couple tubes. And click this out to go back up to the top panel there. Now this little light is on again. And that's it. I'm going to get this back into the case that we got all cleaned up. And this one is ready to go and start using. It's good. I needed it. Okay, here it is, all back in the case. Button down. That's how that chart fits in there. There's just it's kind of U slots with a screw on the top and bottom. And then it has this neat little spring clip holder. So when you close the lid, it doesn't flop all over the place. And click that, and then you can, it sits and holds the chart. I can glue that. I'm going to put a rubber band on there, I think. So that's kind of cool. And just another note for everybody on any tube tester, specifically this one, there is no, a lot of tube testers have a little compartment to tuck stuff, put spare parts, whatever, your cord, tuck your cord in. This one doesn't. You do have to make sure that you wrap up your cord. And this one I think has plenty of room. And this isn't a very bulky plug, but some have real bulky plugs and people don't close them carefully, and the plug sits right here on the glass, and it's a tighter lid, and they fold that lid down and then clip those clips, and it crushes it breaks the plastic meter. I have that on one of my other ones. There we are. what did I say this was? 58 years old, 1968. Yeah, that sounds right. And really turned out real nice. Couldn't be happier. And I really needed the tube tester. So coming up in the next few pictures here, 4 of them, it has one of those wires that you plug in and it goes to the cap of certain tubes. And the one that came with my unit, the whole bottom half was broken off and the wire was real bad. So I replaced it with some silicone wire, and then I designed in FreeCAD a replacement part to glue on to the existing half. And now it works perfectly and looks like brand new. So thanks everybody for watching. I really appreciate it. Please like and subscribe. Trying to build up a little bit of follower here. Tell your friends if they're interested in this stuff. And really appreciate you taking the time out of your day. We'll catch you on the next one.